Well, hello everyone. We will allow everybody to get on here. And so, today is kind of a unique day. I didn't know if I was going to mention the eclipse or not, but since I already have now, it is something that happens not very often. And it's been amazing to me how many people truly are caught up in, hey, Don, hey, Roland, in this phenomenon that we call the eclipse. And so, hey, Shelley, thanks for joining. Everybody, as you get on, go ahead and say hi and where you're calling or watching from. That'd be really great. Hey, Sally. The thing that I'm wanting to talk about today is a little bit different. I have talked about how to be seen. Today is really about how to be safe, how to be relevant. And so the question is, are you making a difference? I think everyone really does want to make a difference. We want to have an impact. Whether or not we have a tangible product or we have a service, it really is something that we put our arms around, and we know that by people engaging with us, that they're going to have a different reality for themselves, whether it be in their business, in their personal life, or just in general. So the reality for me is that rarely do we know if we're having a difference. And that can be very disconcerting because, like when we're doing this Facebook Live, I can see some of you, I can see as some of you come on, but at the same time, I don't know who all is watching. And by the time we get to the hundreds and hundreds of people that have viewed it, I don't know what kind of impact it's having. But we want to know, we want to have that confirmation that for the effort that you're putting out, that it is becoming beneficial for someone, to that target market audience that you're wanting to have that influence impact on. So the first question I would have is, what is your desire? And there's three things that I'm going to talk about. Hey, Ted, is Sally, I like that. Hi, Gary. Is what is your desire? Do you want to have a message? And here, by the way, I talk about we are the subject of whatever we put out, whether it be in writing, whether it be speaking. Hey, Eric, thanks for joining. Or whether it be, maybe even from stage or doing something like this where it's more of a monologue. But what is our desire? Do we want to inspire, motivate? Is it something that we want to influence? Do we want to generate business? So it's really important that for us to know what our root desire is, because that will come through and it will either draw people towards us, hey, Lauren, or it will, hey, Martinia. I think Martinia is up in Canada right now. So anyway, whether or we will repel people. And so what I'd like to do is give you that connection, that story. You know that I like analogies. And the analogy I use for this is planting seeds. And when we plant seeds, there's going to be a number of those seeds. And for my next boot camp, guys, I'm going to hold me to this. I'm going to find out what the percentage of the seeds that seed companies sell that they know is not going to germinate. That when you plant them, it's just not going to do anything. And so what I'm wanting to do is that as I plant these seeds, what is my message? So I want to give you three examples of these three areas that has happened for me in not just doing these Facebook Lives, but in writing, putting posts out in social media, being on stage, talking to people at networking events, all of the things that I do. Those are the real, many times we just don't know, but I have been getting some feedback that has been phenomenal. So inspire and motivate. Last week, I did a Facebook Live that personally I thought was a little boring, but I paid attention to my intuition and I did it anyway. And we had good conversation. You guys were on the Facebook Live, but at the same time I went, is it really going to make a difference? That night I got a very long message through Facebook from someone that we were friends, but we had not connected. It literally had changed her life. because it came at a time when she was right in the middle of that decision, that process that she was working on, and that Facebook Live allowed her to become clear and to have that inspiration, motivation to take the next steps. And so it was really something that was powerful for me, that, oh golly, here's someone that was not on the live call. They watched it later on, and it made a difference for her. And so it just really touched me, and it reconfirmed that it doesn't always have to end in dollars. So the second thing is influence. This is something I get a lot. And I get emails, I get cards, and what it usually says is, thank you for allowing me to have clarity and sometimes permission to take the next step. Have that influence. And here's the connection, the analogy I have for that. If Mikey can do it, anybody can do it. And that really is something I want to do, is showcase what I have done, and as I do different things, but I want to, not that I am so special and enabled to do it, but because I did it, it gives that permission, that opening the door, so anybody that is wanting to accomplish the same things, that they're going to be able to. Because if Mikey can do it, you can do it. The third thing is business. And business is a general outflow. There is unique connections that happen as we showcase ourselves. And the hard thing about showcasing ourselves, again, is sometimes we get a little intimidated because we don't always know who is watching us. And that happens for me when people reach out to do business. Last week I had someone reach out because of the Facebook Live on LinkedIn. And they said, are you really a business coach? We had a short conversation. Long story short, they are now coming on as a full client. I had that happen not too long ago on Facebook. I had that happen on a Facebook Live. And so the business is there, but there's some keys on how to do this so that we're not trolling. We're not doing that networking thing where we're slamming our cards and always saying, oh, buy me. This is something I want you to do because it's about me. It's always about them and how we showcase that, and then we become safe in that process, and people are drawn to us and they want to know more. And so the action steps that I'd like to really encourage you, and in a good way, don't send me nasty emails. I'm going to say expose yourself. Expose your message. Expose that uniqueness that you have to share with everyone that is within your sphere. And the unique thing about Facebook Lives and things that we put on social media is that it can be shared and it can go into areas and arenas, hey, Nancy, that we don't have any control over, but it's brand new people taking a look at what we do, how we do it, and it can give them some inspiration. It can give them that motivation. It can do that influence, and sometimes it converts into actual business together. I also had one where I was able to facilitate business for someone else because I was a resource. And so expose yourself. Then the other thing is really ask your intuition about what message is going to be relevant to your community today. And this sounds a little woo-woo, it sounds a little bit out there, but it works. And there are some people that will do programs like the Facebook Live here, and they'll have an agenda and they'll have the quarter, mapped out. This is what we're going to talk about. This is how we're going to do it. Personally, I don't do that. What I ask myself as I go to bed the night before is what topic is going to be relevant to those that are connecting to me on the Facebook Live tomorrow. That morning, if I haven't gotten it, at that point, I ask it again. It always comes up. And sometimes I really think, well, that's kind of dumb, but I honor the thought. And as I honor the thought, then I'm able to put together a concise and a flow so that I can deliver a message. Remember, I'm the subject, but not the message. I can deliver a message and trust that is the message that my audience is wanting to connect to at that moment, because I want to be relevant. If I'm consciously manipulating the subject matter, then I may not be, and probably I'm not, relevant to those that are watching at that very moment. So this is something where you just check in with your audience. And the third thing is do this without an agenda. And what I mean by that is it's not for a conversion. It's not for having more people, reach out and want to be friends or connect on LinkedIn or want to connect with a product or service you have. Allow that to be a natural course. One of the things that I learned many, many years ago, there was a program called Quantum. And in the Quantum program, it said, buyers that buy, buy. Buyers that don't buy, don't buy. So why work with buyers that don't buy? Buyers that buy, buy every relevant step of the sale. And the part of the sale, the process that we're talking about here is relationship. And the relationship to me is the most critical, important part of any business or even on a personal side. And we put our hands out, we shake it. Where are the person, what are their needs? What are the things that are really important to them? How can we facilitate the resources that they're wanting or needing at that point? Whether or not it ever converts into a single piece of business. So no agenda. That no agenda concept, that framework, that mindset is what will make you safe. And so it's something that, just do this, have fun with it, pay attention to your intuition, share with your community. Allow them to see that you're a resource, that you have information, that you have maybe even that product or service that's going to meet the need that solve the problem that they have right now. So, guys, thank you so much for sticking by. I do want to say, and here's the commercial. I do have 2 people right now that are reaching out about the virtual mastermind. So if you have a interest in connecting with me and 6 other individuals in a virtual mastermind, please email me at gary@garybarnesinternational.com. We will be starting that the mid part of September. And for those of you that are waiting for an email from me, my computer died over the weekend. I got a brand new one, so we're rebooting all the programs. So I will be getting that out to you either today or tomorrow. And if you know of anybody that would like to join us on the group coaching calls, if a person, or I should say when a person engages, invests, boy, I lost my train of thought, invests in a ticket to the boot camp, they get the group coaching calls, which are 2 a month, where you can call in and ask me any business question you would like, and I stay on the call. So it's an actual training, but it's on the relevancy and the topics that people have right there. Hey, Lisa, how are you? So with that, thank you so much for being on the call. If you just joined, this is going to go live. I'll post it on my Gary Barnes page here in just about 2 minutes. And I will see everyone on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Again, I've been getting some suggestions about topics and what. Let me know. Let me know if these Facebook Lives have been really beneficial for you. I really would appreciate that. And share it with your friends. Thanks a lot. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.